What's going on, everybody? This is Phantombass, and I'm here with our ABA team analysis. We just finished the draft not too long ago, and I wanted to go ahead and put this up because I'm excited. I'm really excited, actually. So, we were actually your Fort Worth Altarias. That is our name. That is our team name. And your Fort Worth Altarias were first pick of the draft. We got first pick of the draft. Granted, it was snake style, so we had a lot of long waits before we got to go our turn. But that's okay, because we got a lot of good mods. We got to pick what we wanted in three separate tiers, because we excluded megas as a tier of its own to start with. And so I got to pick the first mega. And let me tell you, that was a tough choice. I wanted to pick Mega Altaria so bad, but I couldn't bring myself to do it because I had another Pokemon in mind. Up first, Mega Diancie. I chose Mega Diancie because of its massive range of attacks, bulk, whatever have you. It has base 160 attack and special attack, base 110 defense and special defense, I think. And I know it's got base 110 speed. This thing outspeeds a lot of stuff. It gets access to rock polish. It gets access to earth power, psychic, stealth rocks, screens, everything. You can run it whatever way you want. And it gets magic bounce, so I'd be bouncing back any hazards, any statuses, whatever have you. It's a great mod that we picked up. Next up on the list, I knew instantly that I needed something to counter the steel types that are double super effective to this Diancie. So, after a long wait through OU, I got Magnezone, and I was super happy. No one expected it, and I'm glad that they didn't expect it, because I wanted it really badly. And give me just a second, I'm getting messages from people in the ABA. And anyway, so, I got Magnezone because of one ability and one ability only, Magnet Pull. This thing will wreck shop on steel types that are wanting to switch in on Diancie, and it will keep them from switching again. And if they decide to go from either a Volt Switch or a U-turn, they're still stuck. Like, not as far as stuck as in, like, you know, they're stuck there, but they won't do much damage because I resist both attacks, which is really nice. So, and on top of that, this thing has some monstrous special attack. So, with that, we're going to go on to our next pick, which I'm trying to remember which way my finger worked, which was Gyarados. And I love Gyarados. Gyarados is one of my favorite Pokemon. You've seen me use him in a battle before, and Gyarados can actually be really versatile if you get the right set and the right stats on him. And I will probably run Gyarados depending in various ways depending on what the teams are. And I have a record of all the teams here, so I'll be happy to build around these teams. And speaking of building around teams, kind of a screwball that was thrown at me was when they stole Superior at the last second. I wanted Superior so bad. I'm trying to think who got Superior from me. Let me take a look real quick. It was Spencer from the Charizards. He stole our Superior, and I wanted him really badly. So, out of spite and out of the fact of sheer versatility, we have Victini down here in our last slot in OU. And as I did my research while I picked this one up, I found out that this is a really good steal. I'm surprised no one got it. It was in the BL tier, which is essentially OU, just less used OU Pokemon. Anyway, so, I mean, with access to U-turn, a Volt Strike, V-Create, a base 180 attack, stab attack. This thing is going to be hitting things like a truck with its base 100 everything. This thing could run bulk, or it could run straight up, just go to town. So with that, we finished out OU, and I got to go straight away into picking up a UU. My first UU pick, I got to go first in, and I chose Milotic. And let me tell you, I made so many people angry with this because lots of people wanted Milotic, but I wanted it more. So I got Milotic first because of competitive, if I'm running against a lot of Intimidators, or Marvel Scale if I'm running against a lot of Haxie Pokemon. And so, they give me a nice defense boost there. And on top of that, I like to run physically defensive Milotic, which makes it a lot more dangerous. Granted, once again, I'll be building around their teams, so it may not always be physically defensive. We'll see how it goes. And speaking of seeing how it goes, I thought, I could probably use something if I don't have Mega Diancie right at the time, that could get hazards away. We got ourselves a Donphin, which I was super proud of, because a lot of people, I was actually expecting someone to snag this, and I'm surprised no one did. So, actually I'm going to move Gyarados over the way. He's smacking Donphin in the face there. Anyway, there we go. So, I feel like Donphin was a steal. He gets access to both Rocks and Rapid Spin at the same time. So, and then on top of that, Ice Shard, Earthquake, and Rock Slide, whatever else you want to run with him, this is going to be a good set for him. And speaking of getting rid of Rocks, if I don't have Donphin with me on my team, I've got Crobat, and Crobat is just as good. I love Crobat. I'm sorry to Aki, or however you pronounce your name, of the Portland Crobats, but I stole your Crobat, and I'm very sorry. I'm surprised no one stole my Altaria. Anyway, so we got Crobat. We can run Defog, Brave Bird, whatever have you. This thing is going to be a nice fairy wall too, along with Magnezone up here. So, with that, we finished out UU, and we had to wait all through everyone else to get through RU before I got my first pick. Luckily, I still ended up sniping one from someone. I'm surprised they didn't take this, because we got Uxie and another Rock Setter, another bulky wall. We have a good set of versatility here with, we've got straight up attack, we've got physical attacks, we got physical attack and special attack, wall or special, physical or wall. I mean, we've got a good bulk of stuff here, and Uxie is no different. I like Uxie's, like, I think it's 130 defense and special defense. That's monstrous, and it makes for a good Rock Setter upper, and also for a good just straight up status or whatever you want to do with it. And with access to Levitate, it really scares out a lot of the ground types that are out there. So that'll be a good switch to have when I have Magnezone out as well, if I choose to do that. Anyway, so after we chose Uxie, a lot of people sniped the ones I wanted. In particular, someone stole Amoonguss. The Plusle. The team of Plusle, I'm trying to remember where they're from. The Phoenix Plusle, that's where they're from. They're from Phoenix. The Phoenix Plusle stole my Amoonguss. I wanted it so bad. So did everyone else, apparently. So, we don't get a Plusle, but instead, I decided to get a Pokemon that hits like a truck. Because I saw that we had plenty of bulk as it is. We need some power. I got Tyrantrum. I can run either Strong Jaw and go for the Elemental Fangs, or I could run Rockhead and just go head smash on everything. This thing has a little bit of versatility, not as much versatility, but it's got a lot of usability, especially with the niche that we've got it in with all these other walls. This thing could easily set up shop if it so chose. And speaking of setting up shop, I have a Pokemon here in the next pick that I feel like was a steal that nobody was paying attention to. This Pokemon is really versatile as far as coverage for its moves. And on top of that, it's actually another good fairy counter. We got ourselves Seismitoad. Seismitoad gets access to Drain Punch, Earthquake, Poison Jab, Sludge Wave, Muddy Water, you name it. This thing could be physical or special. And it's got a crap ton of HP. A crap ton of HP. So this thing is going to be really good for taking hits and then dishing some back out. It's not going to be a hard hitter. It's going to be a staller more so. It'll be a good Chansey counter, I think. And speaking of Chansey counters, we have ourselves probably my favorite pick from Inu, because we swapped over to Inu after this, and I got to go straight into Inu from RU. I got first pick in Inu, and I chose probably one of my favorite Inu Pokemon of all time. I got Mismagius, however you pronounce it, I don't care. Once I learned this Pokemon had access to Mystical Fire, I wanted it bad, because Mystical Fire has a 100% chance to drop special attack. I wanted it so bad. And then on top of that, it can get Parasong, it can get Destiny Bond, Shadow Ball. It can be run especially defensive, or it can be a special sweeper, due to the fact that it's got 105 base special attack, special defense, and speed. So it's a Delphox with less weaknesses. So I felt like that was a pretty good pick for me. Now, after I got this one, Inuse is kind of a toss-up, and I was like, I want a grass type on my team. And in RU, there were only 3 grass types in RU, and they took all 3 of them. And I got sniped for Cradilly. I wanted Cradilly from Inuse so bad, but Ginger Ninja stole it. I'm not happy with him about this, but I'll let him live due to the fact that I got myself one of my other favorite Pokemon from this tier, Cacturn. And I like Cacturn for the simple fact that while I said it has 7 weaknesses and one of those is a double weakness, this thing also is surprisingly strong, because between being able to run Spiky Shield, also Drain Punch, Sucker Punch, Seed Bomb, this thing will be pretty good. Like, I feel like this thing will have a niche, and it will be able to smack some stuff. Especially if I decide that I want to run a Swords Dance Sucker Punch combo. Just saying. Anyway, our last pick, because we got to go twice in a row after Cacturn, we got to go one more and get be the first ones to get our last ones. And so, drum roll please. I got myself a Malamar, because I figured why not have at least one gimmicky Pokemon. Contrary Malamar is evil. Evil, I tell you. It's hard to counter. Very few people got bug types too. So, looking at everyone's teams, I figured that was some perfect pick to go for the Contrary Malamar. And so that's our team, guys. With Mega Diancie, Magnezone, Gyarados, Victini, Milotic, Donphin, Crobat, Uxie, Tyrantrum, Seismitoad, Mismagius, Cacturn, and Malamar. I feel like we have a really strong all-star team here. We have 2 Pokemon that are double weak to Bug. We have 1 Pokemon double weak to Electric. But other than that, and 1 Pokemon double weak to Grass, and 1 Pokemon double weak to Steel. Wow, we have a lot of double weak Pokemon, but they're all in different things. So as long as I don't bring Malamar and Cacturn in the same battle, I'm good. But looking at this team, there's a lot of ways we can build it, and there's also going to be a lot of ways that we might get destroyed. But I love where this is going to go. I'm going to enjoy this league for sure. If you guys enjoyed this team analysis video, leave a like at the bottom of this video showing your support, and I really appreciate any support you guys can give. Share this on Twitter, Facebook, share this with your friends, I don't care. The ABA is going to be a fun time. I love league matches. I haven't been able to do one yet. This is my first time. So, this was our draft analysis. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys later. See ya.